Hello children, welcome to St. Joseph online classes. Today I am going to take standard 6th English 1 and the name of the first lesson is the miracle. Now what is miracle? You all may be wondering, a miracle is something which happens surprisingly. कुछ आश्चर्यचकित जादूगर जैसा, something magical, isn't it? That is called miracle. So in this first lesson we are going to listen a very interesting story, a magical story, very fascinating, जो हर बच्चे का सपना होता है कुछ अलग हो जाए ऐसा. तो the first lesson, it's about a boy named Charlie. He's around same like you, 10-11 years old boy. At that time, this lesson is a very long back story written by Roald Dahl. He is a very famous children's storybook writer. So at that time what happens, there is a chocolate factory which is announcing a golden ticket. Like right now a Cadbury company is very famous. You all people love the Cadbury chocolate, isn't it? समझो अचानक लगा Cadbury chocolate वालों ने एक रखा कि जो भी wrapper के अंदर खोलेगा उसको एक coin मिलेगा. So everyone will try to grab that chocolate, isn't it, to get the gold coin. Same like that at that time when this boy was very small, at that time there was an announcement that in the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, one of the famous chocolate factory, he announced a golden ticket. So whosoever gets that golden ticket, they will get an amazing surprises for lifetime. So let's see what happens here. Charlie entered the shop and laid the damn 50 pence on the counter. One Wonka's Whipple scrumptious Fudgemallow delight, he said, remembering how much he had loved the one he had on his birthday. So this is not the first time he is eating the chocolate. ये पहली बार नहीं है. He has already eaten because it is said that he said remembering how much he had loved the one. तो उसने कितना पसंद किया था पिछली बर्थडे पे जो उसने खाया तो. So he was just remembering the taste, the flavor of the chocolate. So the man behind the counter looked fat and well fed. He had big lips and fat cheeks and a very fat neck. Now the shopkeeper man has been described in a very funny way. See how the man has been described. The man behind the counter looked very fat and well fed. अच्छे खाते पीते घर का लग रहा था, ठीक है. He had very big lips. His lips was also not very small and he had a very big lips and very fat chubby cheeks. The fat around his neck bulged out all around the top of his collar like a rubber ring. Or the neck and the shoulder, it was like tubbed like this. All this, what we say, it was like a rubber here. There was no difference. The neck was not at all seen. That man looked so fat. Okay. He turned and reached behind him for the chocolate bar. Then he turned back again and handed it over to chocolate. So as soon as he said one Wonka's Whipple scrumptious Fudgemallow delight, the shopkeeper, he turned back and he took the chocolate and gave it and placed it on the table. He handed it to Charlie. Now Charlie, how he used to take, when the shopkeeper keeps, we just used to take. But what he did, he grabbed the chocolate from the shopkeeper. जैसे छीन लिया उसे इतना पसंद था वो चॉकलेट कि उसने जैसे दुकानदार को देने तक का भी रुका, जैसे ही दिया वैसे उसने क्या किया, छीन लिया उसको, ठीक है. See, I'll read it for you. Charlie grabbed it, quickly tore off the wrapper and took out an enormous bite. Then he took another and the joy of being able to cram large pieces of something sweet and solid into one's mouth. और वो जो खुशी है खाने की, बड़े बड़े टुकड़े. क्रैम्प मतलब ये जो वर्ड क्रैम्प मैंने यूज़ किया, क्रैम्प का मतलब क्या होता है? द मीनिंग क्रैम्प मीन्स छोटी जगह पे बहुत कुछ डाल देना. जैसे आवर माउथ, हाउ वी कैन ओपन दिस मच ओनली. सो हाउ ही डिड, ही ट्राइड टू put the whole of the chocolate at a time in his mouth. So he was eating very fastly with that chocolate. The sheer blissful joy of being able to fill one's mouth with rich solid food. You look, Sonny, you wanted that one, Sonny, the shopkeeper said pleasantly. तो the way he was eating, how he was feeling was blissful, जैसे हाँ खुशी, joy, बेहद अद्भुत खुशी से वो चॉकलेट को वो खा रहा था. And the shopkeeper, he was just admiring the way he was eating, and he said, "You look like you wanted that one, Sonny," the shopkeeper said pleasantly. Charlie nodded, his mouth bulging with chocolate. Now how he was eating the chocolate, he just nodded, yes, I wanted to eat that chocolate very like, and he was just bulging the chocolate. The chocolate was all like bulging, he was eating like that. The shopkeeper put Charlie's change on the counter. "Take it easy," he said. "Eat slowly, what's so hurry, eat slowly. And it will give you a tummy ache if you swallow it like that without chewing." The shopkeeper told, "Eat slowly. If you are eating so fast, it will give you a tummy ache, means your stomach will start paining. Charlie went on wolfing down the chocolate, but Charlie was so greedily eating that chocolate, he was just wolfing down, something like that he was eating, okay. He couldn't stop, and in less than half a minute, the whole thing had disappeared down his throat. Or within half a minute, मतलब 30 seconds, within 30 seconds, he ate the whole chocolate. He was quite out of breath, but he felt marvelously, extraordinarily happy. And how he felt? But as if he wanted to eat that chocolate for many days, and at last he got to eat. खुशी, दुनिया की खुशी उसे मिल गई जैसा. He was marvelously, extraordinarily happy. He reached out a hand to take the change. Now the shopkeeper had already kept the change for him on the table. Now he reached his hand to take the change. Then he paused. His eyes went on the table, and he said, "Oh, there's enough money for me to get one more chocolate." So what he did, he saw staring at the silver coins lying there. The coins were all 5-penny pieces. There were 9 of all them together. Surely it couldn't matter if he spent just one more. So he thought, I can get one more chocolate. "I think," he said quietly. Now first how he said, first time when one Wonka's Pupil's Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight, he was in a hurry. Now this time very slowly he's telling, quietly he's saying, "I think," he said, "I think I will just have one more of these chocolates, those chocolates, the same kind as before, please." Now this time he's asking in a very polite manner. So, "Why not?" the shopkeeper said, reaching behind again and taking another Whipple's Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight from the shelf. He laid it on the counter. This time he didn't grabbed it from his hand, or he was not rushing for the chocolate. This time he very politely he took the chocolate from the counter. Charlie picked it up and tore off the wrapper. And suddenly what happened? Underneath the wrapper there was a brilliant flash of gold. Charlie's heart stood still. Now how is that? When he opened the wrapper, he was a bright flashlight of gold was there. So its heart, जैसे उसका धड़कन रुक गई हो, क्यों? उसने एक अजीब सी सुनहरी चमक उसमें देखी थी. "It's a golden ticket," screamed the shopkeeper. Now Charlie, he just opened the wrapper, he saw the flashlight, and he stood still. But the shopkeeper, he started shouting, "Oh, it's a golden ticket, it's a golden ticket," leaping about a foot in the air. "You have got a golden ticket, you have got a golden ticket. You have found the last golden ticket. Hey, you would have believed it. Come, look at this, everybody. The kids got Wonka's last golden ticket." In the starting, as I showed, Willy Wonka, the chocolate factory owner, had kept a competition that there are in any of the Willy Wonka's chocolate, he has kept some golden tickets, some 5-6 golden tickets, and everyone has got the golden. Only one ticket was remaining to get. So वो last ticket बाकी था. तो Charlie को, and everyone was trying for the last ticket. Many people were buying daily chocolates and eating to grab that golden ticket. So Charlie got the golden ticket in that shopkeeper's shop, and the shopkeeper was too excited, too happy for Charlie. So he just shouted. He was like very happy. He was running about here and there, shouting like, "See, there it is. It is right here in his hand." It seemed as though the shopkeeper would collapse in a fit. ऐसे लग रहा था कि वो खुशी के मारे, मतलब वो इसके मारे वो कोलैप्स हो जाएंगे, मतलब वो मर ही जाएंगे, ऐसे लग रहा था. In my shop too, he yelled. He found it right here in my own little shop. Suddenly, somebody called the newspaper quickly and let them know. Watch out now, Sonny. Don't tear it as you unwrap it. That's things precious. So he was telling that. At the same time, he was shouting. He was saying, somebody called the newspaper, declared that in my little shop, this boy got the golden ticket, the last golden ticket. At the same time, वो चार्ली को भी समझा रहे थे, चार्ली बेटा धीरे खोलना, उसको खोलना नहीं, फटना चाहिए, गोल्डन टिकट फटना चाहिए, बहुत प्रीशियस है, बहुत कीमती है, ये सभी को मिलता नहीं है, ठीक है. In a few seconds there was a crowd of 20 people. In a few seconds, a crowd of 20 people. Now what happened? As soon as the shopkeeper was shouting everywhere, all of a sudden, nearly 20 people rushed into the chocolate shop, and others was also pushing to come inside, trying to come into that small shop. Now I'll stop here and I'll explain you this next part in the next section. But let me ask you, have you enjoyed this section? Okay. Now, tomorrow when I'll explain you the next chapter, I'll be asking you some questions also. You have to answer me in our group. Okay children, I hope that you enjoyed this part.